So today is a very special day and I wanted to bring you guys with me along for the journey. Today me and my fiance are going to get our engagement pictures done. So I wanted to bring you along, that way you could watch me finish my hair, do my makeup, get our outfits all ready, things like that. And I just wanted to bring you along and show you kind of the makeup look that I'm going for and the hairstyle. You can already kind of see like the top part, but we're gonna finish that. And then at the very end of the video, I will insert some pictures of how it went today. So I have my coffee, and you already seen me light my candle, so we're in the mood to get all dolled up and let's go. Before I start into all the makeup and stuff, I just wanted to let you guys know that I did get some new lighting for my videos. I'm hoping that it helps make everything a little bit brighter and more like focused on me. I felt like before my videos, like everything kind of looked dark and then I just didn't really like pop, I guess. So comment down below and tell me if you like the new lighting. I really like it. I think it'll help, especially like for videos like this where I'm doing my makeup. It'll be like nice and clear and you can see everything really nice. So give me a like and comment down below if you like the new lighting. So that's all I really needed to say. So let's get into the makeup. We only have a couple hours, so let's go. So I already moisturized my skin just to kind of get that out of the way. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take my BH Cosmetics Paradise Prime Primer. You guys have seen this in my last video where I did my makeup on here. I'm still using the same tube. You get a lot of product in it, and it's really nice. So I just use that because that's really the only primer that I have right now, and I really like it. So why go and buy more when I like the one that I have? So we're just gonna blend that in. So we're all primed. So the next step is to do foundation. I'm using the Hard Candy Glamouflage Full Coverage Foundation in the shade Linen. And this one I really like because it has like the little doe foot applicator. So I'm just gonna put some globs of it kind of all over my face. This will just help to give us kind of like that nice all over, kind of like that fresh face look. Like it'll just make our skin tone look really nice, kind of even everything out a little bit. So we got that. So I'm just gonna blend it in. I'm gonna use kind of like my knockoff beauty blender. I think this is a Real Technique sponge. So we're just gonna blend that all in. So that's all blended in. So now I'm gonna take my concealers. I'm using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh concealer in the shade Fair 20N. And this one I'm just gonna put around my face on just like the little breakout spots and like the red areas that I just want to kind of cover up a little bit more. Put some around the nose. I think that looks good. And then I'm going to use the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in Fair Beige. This one's just a smidge lighter. And this one, as you guys know, I just put a couple dabs underneath my eyes, my chin, and up here on my forehead just to kind of brighten up those areas. Those are like the highlight areas. So we're gonna blend this. So the concealer is all blended and buffed in. So then I'm going to take my Wet n Wild dual-ended contour stick. This is in the shade Medium Tan. So I'm going to take the contour end, and I'm just going to kind of draw in the area that I want my contour to be. So I'm going to blend this out. And then once I set my powder, I want to put some powder bronzer on top just to kind of bring it back to life a little bit. So cream contour is all blended in, looking really nice. So I'm going to use my Airspun loose face powder. I'm going to take some of that on the little puff that it gives me. And I'm just going to dab this all over my face just to set all of that cream and liquid product. So I'll let that sit for 30 seconds, and now we're just gonna blend that all out. I don't know about you guys, but I do not like my face to feel like wet, damp, sticky, like all of that. I don't know how people do their makeup and not set their like foundation and stuff. I just feel like it would just smear right off of my face, but I don't know. I guess other people, it works for them. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Master Bronze, like the quad bronzer highlighter duo. I always use like the first 3 shades here. I just kind of mix them all together, tap off the excess, and then I'll just go in the same spots where the cream contour went. So now that we're looking all nice and contoured and kind of like a bronze goddess, we're gonna go in with just a little bit of blush. For me, I don't like a lot of blush. I just like a little bit of a rosy kind of kissed look. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me blush in Deep Coral. I really like this. It's just a nice peachy coral shade with some kind of like gold shimmer to it. It's really, really pretty. I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild. It's like a flat, I think it's like a kabuki flat brush, but I use it for blush, so. Just to give us a little bit of color. And then I'm gonna go in with highlighter. So I'm gonna use this LA Colors Strobing highlighter in the color Champagne. This highlighter, you can get it from the drugstore, Dollar General, really anywhere. It's only like $3 or $4, but it's really good. I love it. And then I'm gonna use this crown brush that I use for highlighter. So we're just gonna take a little bit of that. Okay, do you see that? That's a nice highlighter. We're all highlighted, looking snatched, I guess, if that's what you want to say. So next we're gonna go on to doing eyebrows, eyes, all of that kind of stuff. I'm gonna take this e.l.f. bite-size brow palette in the shade Taupe, and I am going to go in with kind of like this creamy kind of shade here. I'm gonna put, it's like a colored brow wax. So I'm just gonna go in with just a little bit of that. Okay, so I filled my brows in with that colored wax. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the brow powders and mix them together and just kind of set that brow wax. There's that. I am going to take just a little bit of concealer and go right underneath the brows just to kind of make them pop a little bit more. So that's blended in now. It just kind of highlights the underneath part of my eyebrows. I'm just gonna kind of dust a little bit of powder on that just to kind of set that a little bit. So now I'm going to take my eyelid primer. This is the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer eyeshadow base. Okay, so got the eyelid primed. Again, I'm just gonna go over it one more time with excess powder that's on the brush and just kind of set that in place. I'm going to go in with the Morphe James Charles palette. This is the mini palette. I love this palette. It's really pretty and it has like one of every color that you would need. So yeah, that's beautiful. So let me grab a brush here. And we'll go in with this brush. So this is just a regular crease brush. And I think I'm going to go in with this light tan shade here. Just grab a little bit of that, dust the excess off, and then I'm just going to take that and put that right in the crease, just to kind of give the crease a little bit of color, a little bit of dimension, and warm up kind of like the eye socket there. And the way that you can find your crease, if you're new to makeup and you don't really do makeup much, is if you look straight up ahead and where your eyeball, kind of like the top of your eyeball, kind of like sinks in, right there is your crease. So you're just gonna windshield wiper back and forth and blend it out. And I've said this before, blending is your friend, because you don't want these harsh lines with these harsh colors. It just won't look nice and like blended. But also you always want to start with lighter colors and build up to darker, because if you automatically slap on like black onto your eye, you can't take color away, but you can always build up color. And that's one of the good things about blending and starting with the lighter color, is you can blend this lighter color out and be like, okay, I like it, but I want to go just a little bit darker. So then you pick a slightly darker shade and you blend that out. And then it just kind of gradually increases. And then you can stop at any point of what you're looking for, what you like. So that's just kind of my little tip of the day. So I have that blended out in both creases. So now I think I'm gonna do kind of like a mauve-y kind of eye look today. So let's take another crease type of brush. This one's from Wet n Wild. And I think I'm going to go in with just a little bit of this color here. It's kind of like a muted mauve, dark pink color. So tap the excess off of that, and I'm just gonna work that right into the crease as well. Blend to blend all of those colors in. Because if someone comes up to you like real close, you want everything to kind of look seamless. And you want the colors to all blend together, like someone just like painted a piece of artwork on you. So it takes time. It, takes trying and trying to finally get it and to feel comfortable with doing it. That's how I learned. I would put on makeup, I would take it off, put it back on, take it off, just keep practicing until I finally got it and I felt comfortable. It's really not hard at all. You just have to keep practicing. As with anything, practice makes perfect. So I'm gonna take a little more of that shade, put it in the crease. so that's blended in on both sides. So I think I'm gonna take this nice, even deeper kind of color right here. This is more of kind of like a garnet. This is a shimmer. It's kind of like a wine purple kind of color. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that and even put it in the crease even more, just to kind of deepen it up, give more dimension, add a little bit of shimmer, not too much. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm gonna take the color right up above it. It's just another matte color. Just a little bit of like a deeper kind of plummy mauve color. And usually for like the crease, I always use the same brush. If it's kind of like similar colors, I'll use the same brush for the crease, just because if there's a little bit of excess on the brush from prior colors, it helps blend out. The darker that you go, it helps blend it out a little bit better. Take a different brush, just because it's going to be a little bit of a different shade. And I'm going to take this brush here, and then I am going to mix this shade here and this dark brown shade. So I'm just gonna dip into that and dip into that and dust it off. And this is just gonna go in the outer V. Okay, so that's done. So I'm gonna take my fluffy powder brush again. I'm just gonna dust away any fallout that might have fell. And then I'm going to take my little kind of round smudger type of brush, and I'm gonna go into that Wet n Wild palette, and I'm gonna take that nice deep dark brown, just a little bit of that, tap off the excess. And then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna kind of run it, not in my waterline, but just kind of like smudge it underneath my lashes, just to kind of deepen up that under eye a little bit and just kind of blend everything out. So you'll start from this outer corner, your outer V, where that dark kind of purpley mauve color that was mixed with that brown. You're gonna start out there and you're gonna work your way in. Now you're not pulling your eye, you're just kind of lightly feathering it underneath your eye. But you want to be careful you're not going down too far, and you want it to be very like feathered, as I said, and not like some big black line, because you don't want to look like a raccoon. Unless that's the look you're going for, then go for it. But this is how I'm doing it for this look. And then you can always take that brush from the first shade that you put on, that very light color, and you can use that to kind of blend that out a little bit, just so it's not super harsh. See how that kind of just like blends it in a little bit? So that's done. I'll take this one more time, dust off any of the excess that might have fell. So there's that. So now I want to go in with kind of like a shimmery shade to put on the immediate part of the lid. And then we'll do a little bit of highlight, and then we'll move to the next steps. So I think what I want to do is I want to take this color right up here. It's kind of like, I don't know, like a deep kind of garnet copper kind of color, I want to say. It's really pretty. It's a shimmer kind of foiled color. So I'm gonna take that on my finger, and I'm just going to put that right on the lid. line. That looks super pretty. So, dropping my brush. Again, we're gonna dust the excess away. I might use the color that I did in the crease earlier. So the one just right underneath it. I'm gonna take this color on my finger. It's like a nice dark kind of garnet color. And I'm gonna put this right here. So there's that. You can kind of see like the gradient, like the copper color, the nice plum to the dark. So there's that. Just gonna take one of these brushes, just kind of blend the top part just a little bit. And then I'm going to take like a nice gold kind of color for our highlight. So I'm gonna take this nice little flat packer brush and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This shade here, and I'm gonna mix it with this shade here. That is it for the eyeshadow. So now it's time for eyeliner and mascara and lashes. And I'm literally dumb because this James Charles palette comes with like one of these like little clear inserts that has the shade names on it. So I'm just gonna real quick go over the shades that I had used for this eye look, just in case if you have this palette or if you have the larger palette, it's the same colors. So I'll go over that real quick with you. So I went in the crease. The first color was called Punch Me, right here. And then I deepened that up just a little bit with the shade called Mary. And then I went in with the color Shook. And then Boutique and Tea. And also No Beans. And then for on the lid, I went in with Halloween and Shook. And then for the inner corner highlight and the brow bone, I went in with So Good and Face. And I believe that's all that I went in with. Yeah. So those are the shade names in case you have the palette and you want to recreate this look. Yeah, I'm just stupid and I kind of overlooked the fact that I literally pulled that off and I could have just told you the names instead of describing the color, but you got the best of both worlds. You got both. So now it's time for eyeliner. So we're gonna do the waterline first. So this is the NYX retractable eyeliner in shade black. I love retractable eyeliners because I absolutely hate sharpening eyebrow or eye pencils in general, whether they're eyebrow, eyeliner, whatever, because then they just get so sharp and I don't like the thought of having like wooden like splinters on my eye, in my eye, so retractable is the way to go. So I just ever so slightly take my finger and just kind of pull down, not very hard, ever so slightly, and then you're just gonna take the eyeliner and you're just gonna run it across in that waterline, and that just adds a little bit more to the smokiness, and I think it makes the whites of my eyes a little bit brighter just because it's that contrast. So we're gonna do that to this eye as well. And there is that. So I think that looks really good. So then we're gonna go in with the liquid eyeliner and do a little eyeliner on the top lid and then wing it out a little bit. So let me do that on one eye off camera and then I'll come back and explain explain it. So I have that done on one eye. I did the eye that's a little bit trickier for me, just because I'm predominantly right-handed and this is my left eye, so it's kind of like backwards for me to do it. So I got that one done, and I feel like once you have one done, it's a little bit like stressful to kind of get them to match, but you also kind of have like a guideline as to like how to do the other one. So I'm gonna be looking down as I do this, but well, let me move this up. So I always kind of start in the middle on the top, and you want to go as close to your lashes as you can. And you just kind of want to make a thin line. For me, I make mine just a smidge thicker, kind of in the middle and the outer edge. But you want to go in and make a line, and then I just connect it. In the inner corner. And then I connect it on the outer corner. And then once you have that done, I just take my, this is like an eyeliner marker pen, and then I just take it on the very outer corner and I just kind of flick it up a little bit just to kind of get like a guideline, and then I'll go down with it. And then you're just gonna connect it. And then I'll just go back and just kind of even it out, make sure that they look as close to the same as we can get it. Yeah, I think that looks really good. It just, I don't know, for me it adds a little something. It just kind of like ties the whole eyeshadow look together. And sometimes I'll do makeup, especially the eyes, and I won't do the winged eyeliner, but for me it adds a little something, especially when I do like these sultry, smoky type of looks. Like, I just have to do it. So that looks really good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to curl my eyelashes. This is just a e.l.f. curler. The reason why I like that liquid eyeliner is because, like I said, it's kind of like a marker felt pen in a way. It has like a really nice precise point to it, so it's really easy. You could almost kind of like stamp it on your eye and have like a nice perfect wing. But it's really easy to use, and it dries super quick, and it's nice and like rich and pigmented. It's my favorite. It's from Maybelline. It's the Master Precise All Day Liquid Eyeliner. Love this. So I have my eyelashes nice and curled. So usually on like a day-to-day basis, I don't really wear false eyelashes, but on special occasions I will. Like for my birthday recently, I wore false eyelashes and went out shopping and went to dinner and things like that. And today we're getting our pictures taken. So I'm going to use, these are the Kiss Look So Natural eyelashes. And these are in like the flirty style. So we're just gonna take these off. And then the lash glue that I have to use is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. It's in the clear shade. It's made with aloe, and it says it's formaldehyde free and latex free, which is really good. But I like this because instead of like the squirt tubes, this has the little brush at the end, so I can actually brush it on in the nice line, and it just makes it easier. So I'm going to do one eye off camera, and then I'll come back and explain it. Okay, so I have one eyelash on. I just need to finish it off with some mascara, but I'm just going to quickly tell you guys how I put it on. So with this one especially, it makes it easier to do this, but everyone has their own way of doing it. But for me, what I found works the best for me is I will take this glue, I will wipe off some of the excess, and I'll just do a very, very thin line, kind of like the eyeliner, like as close to your lash line as you can. And then I will also do the same thing on the eyelash itself, put like a little line of glue, let them dry for 15-20 seconds, let them get tacky, and then I'll put the eyelash on. I think it just helps to have like a nice kind of like bond together when there's a little bit of glue on the eyelid near the lash line plus on the lash. So yeah, everyone does it a little different. You just kind of have to work with it and see what works for you the best. And yeah, so the one's on. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one real quick, and then I'll come back and we'll do mascara. I think that looks good. So now we're gonna go in with mascara. Any mascara will do, and you're just gonna lightly just kind of coat your real lashes just to kind of make them blend a little bit better. Because the key with fake lashes is you want your real lashes and your fake lashes to kind of blend together, be all one color, look as if it's your real eyelashes. So we'll do that on this side. And then I'll go through and I'll do the bottom lashes. And there is that. So we got mascara on and the lashes on. So I just kind of go through, double check to make sure everything kind of looks good, looks how I want it to be. If you get kind of any of the little mascara specks on your eyeshadow, just kind of take like a little buffer brush and just kind of blend it in. And that's that. So last thing is I'm going to take this NYX Liquid Suede cream lipstick in Sandstorm. And there is that. So that is the finished makeup look. I think it looks really, really, really pretty. It's nice and fall, festive kind of looking. And I don't know, I think it looks really pretty. I think it makes my eyes look nice and bright. And it brings out the blue in my eyes, so it's a win. I really like it. So now on to finish the rest of the hair. Okay, so now we're in the bathroom. I have my curling iron heating up, and I already did the top part of my hair, as you've seen, just to kind of get it out of my face, but also that way it was already done and all I have to do is just curl the ends. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just lightly brush through this just to get out any tangle. Okay, so my curling iron's heated all up, and I'm just going to take a little spritz of like a protectant. And then I kind of separated my hair in half. And this part I just brought up just so it's easier for me to curl it, because I always kind of start in the back whenever I curl, and then I work towards the front. And this one is called Hot Shot Tools. It has this clamp, but I don't use the clamp. I just kind of put it behind my head and I just twist the hair around, and I like to do curls that are away from my face. Just takes a couple seconds, like 10 seconds, and then I let it go. Nice and curled. So I'm gonna do that to the rest of this side, and then we'll do the other side. Okay, so we have the one side all done. And then I'm gonna do the other side real quick, and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end. So I forgot to mention, if you're just starting out with like curling your own hair and stuff, you wanna do small sections. So I would say about like an inch section. So I would say about like that much hair. Now it just kind of depends because everyone's hair is a little bit different, but the thinner sections, the nicer it'll look. Because if you do like big thick sections, it'll take a while for it to heat up around the barrel of the curler, and it just will take forever and it won't look as nice. So let me do this half and then I'll be right back. So that is the finished look of the hair. Very much kind of like Greek goddess almost, I feel. So let me show you what the back looks like. You have it nice and curled. You can see the dimension of my highlights and my lowlights. Yeah, I think that looks really, really pretty. So now I'm gonna get dressed, I'm gonna do my nails, and then we'll show you the finished product. So this is one of the looks that we're going with. And yeah, I think it looks really super cute. Alright, so thanks for watching Get Ready with me, and I'll see you later.